everyone, welcome to today's episode of the Osasu Show. We'll be sharing with you highlights from the one-year commemoration of the October 20th, 2020 protests that led to the killings of many innocent lives at the Lekki toll gate. Don't go anywhere. Today's episode promises to be very insightful and educative.
You won't go shake your body. Instead they make it calm down. Eat the farm say it's happy. You want to grow 6 packs in a day. I beg you not to pass me your power. You want to show yourself, oh.
Whatever your size, find it with the new Airtel data plans. Dial *141# now to get the plan that suits you. Airtel, the smartphone network.
North to South Africa. East to West Africa. TOS TV Network is your digital-first Pan-African news network, bringing you news from across the continent. Visit our website www.tostvnetwork.com and follow us on social media at TOS TV Network on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
iPhone X gone. You ain't robbing, you ain't stealing. What's the issue?
October 2020. A youth-driven anti-police brutality demonstration shook Nigeria.
Police brutality!
They have changed the name from SARS to SWAT. It's not a dissolution. It is simply a disguise.
Even if the name NSAS is being scrapped, it's just a nomenclature. We still have the same officers in the same police uniform, brutalizing innocent Nigerians.
Our intentions are pure. The last time we had a protest here, in fact, we made a record. Even after the protest, the whole street was clean. Do you understand? So it's a sign that we are sending a true intentional message with peace.
I'm a graduate. I don't have a job. Youth are on the street, they don't have a job. No good schools. Also have been on strike for 6 months. Is that fair? Their children are schooling abroad. We are tired.
There are so many graduates that don't have job, but you keep illiterate. I was harassed in Enugu as a law student going to school. You had to harass me because of the fact that I was wearing an AirPod. Who does that? And when I tell you that I know my right, you're telling me that I'm trying to prove nonsense, and you force me into a truck. That is absolute nonsense, and we're not going to take it again.
This is not just about SARS. It's about the police in entirety. The police should be reformed. They should be educated. The average Nigerian police does not know fundamental human rights.
According to Amnesty International, at least 56 people, including police officers, died across the country during the protest. Today, 1 year after the Lekki tollgate shooting, many young Nigerians returned to the streets to honor the memory of those who gave their lives for this cause and to remind the government of the 545 demands, saying nothing has changed since the NSAS protest in 2020.
I'm here this afternoon to show my own concern and support, and then also to remind the government that they keep denying the fact that people were killed, innocent youths were killed. There are records, there are facts. You can't run away from this forever, you know. Even if it takes the next 100 years, justice will still have its course.
We lost our friends some time ago, this time last year, and today we are out here. The government have deployed a lot of security operatives to come and clamp down on this, but our voice sinking in one, our effort put in one, we will not go down. We won't go down without a fight, and we must win. If we don't win today, we keep fighting until we win.
Since NSAS last year, police brutality has not ended. In fact, the last time we had a protest here was May 31. We were brutalized by the police, shot at, actually, in this same place. So it's somehow poetic that we are here again. And if not for the fact that there were pressmen here today, maybe we would have been shot again today. And we are not going to stop coming out for protests like this. We are asserting our right to protest. Every society deserves the freedom to dissent. People do not have to have the same opinion just because they live in the same geographical contraption. They don't. Everybody deserves the right to their own opinion, and they deserve a voice to speak out.
Welcome back. All right, on today's program, we'll be focusing on the residents and business owners in Mpape, a satellite community in Bari Area Council of the Federal Capital Territory. They've complained over the activities of the Federal Capital Development Authority, FCDA, whom they are accused of causing hardship on them by carrying out demolition activities on their properties and businesses without prior notice or warning. The residents and business owners, some of whom claim to have lost their means of livelihood and shelter, added that the demolition has rendered them homeless with no hope of getting back on their feet. Don't go anywhere. Today's episode promises to be very insightful and educative.
Mpape community is a satellite town in Bari Area Council of the Federal Capital Territory. On the 11th of August 2021, operatives led by the Federal Capital Territory Administration FCTA Ministerial Task Force on City Sanitation commenced the demolition of structures which they claim had been illegally erected in and around the area, including the road and market. According to residents, no notice was tendered before the exercise. Some of them claimed that they had lost their source of livelihood and shelter due to the demolition.
There is no any notice, and they did not even mark our office. And they say this thing, they are doing it to expand the road. Please see the distance. See the distance from the road to our office. It's like there is something under the carpet that we don't know. Our call is that we are law-abiding citizens, and as we know, this Buhari government is the government that is listening the less privileged people. I think the minister and the Buhari and all his cabinet, they will look into this issue and do what we are hoping them to do us. If they refuse to do, election is coming, and the less privileged people, they will decide on what they supposed to do.
They give us a week because they say that after that a week, okay, they first give a month. From a month, they still came back and told us that the thing is going to come. That we should make sure that all our properties, that we should keep it for the place that is safe. That they don't want to see us along the road. That so this and that. They still give us another 1 week. So after that, now they just start the work.
Yes, actually they inform us, I think a week later, that there will be demolition. But the way they brought it, it will not affect us as much. That the only thing they say we should shift behind. So we should shift backward. So we managed to shift backward. But even as we shift, the thing still affected us.
I did not have the information of them coming. When we started the process, we bought container and we mounted the container there, repaired the place because I was into cakes. So I have to make the place hygienic for people to see and come and patronize. So it was when we finished the shop, I opened the shop on Friday. On Saturday, that was when I heard the news that they are coming for demolition.
Police come here, come they knock people. They beat us. What we do? We are not a thief. We are not a criminal. Why they will come and beat us? They will come and beat us and they scatter our market. All these things where they see this table, see this pot. Now they will take the chop, do everything. Then come pursue them. That time when they come demolition, now burn them, they burn our market, they burn them. Use fire. Fire, they go gather this our bench, carry on anything. Burn them. If you want cross them, now so they go use stick, knock you, hit you. You must run by fire by force, you with your property.
They say they are coming to expand our roads because there is no road in Mpape. So we are inside the market. After they demolish the roads, then they now come back inside the market. Unexpected. We don't even expect that they are coming inside the market. That day, I myself, I occupy about 5 shops that I'm selling food. It's been long that I'm here, more than 18 years. I'm inside the Mpape market. So as they came, they pursue us. They will lose many things. They will lose our things. Even I myself, from my shop, I didn't carry anything. Come out with it. Then demolish everything. They say we should relocate to one market that they do after many years. If you go there now, it's only armed robbers that are living there. If you go there now, it's on your own risk. Even before where road there, before you take Okada to that place, it's 200 naira. Go and come back is 400 naira. And no security. It's not easy for us to go there. If we go there now, you go on your own risk.
They no mark. Even those on states, if they want to demolish, they will give quick notice, like 3 months or 4 months. And if they give the quick notice that people did not respond, before that time, if they call, they can do whatever they want to do. Like this one, they just call unexpected. That day I was cooking. Full pot of rice, full pot of meat, full pot of food, everything that I cooked that day. Mpape pack it away. After they just come, they demolish everything. I was begging there with my niece, please, allow me just pack my load. Those people, they could not agree. The man said, the one soldier that even helped me say, Madam, pack your things. He was stopping the man that drive the bulldozer. He said, no, before I won't run, this man I was inside, begin to collapse my shop. Shanty, people were shouting, somebody is there, before the man now stop. After that, I now pack my things. After I pack my things, when I pack my things, everything when I cook, I spend less than 70, I cannot even say. All the food when I cook that day, now only 300 I say. We beg government to help us because the pay is too much. That's a woman that is also. They say, oh, women should get up and also. Men should get up and also. And now, nothing for us. We are inside, so they are still strengthening us to pack out. And they face the place now. Look at the way they face the place. No work can eat and buy food now.
Like my own, I was not around. I actually went to work. They called me at work before I could get to the junction. The securities and you need to come down from the bike or the car, raise your hand up. Before I got to my house, the house was down. I removed my things from the ground. So imagine the things I lost.
The chairman of the FCTA Ministerial Task Force on City Sanitation, however, countered the claims of the victims, saying adequate notice was tendered to them before the exercise.
In the case of removal of illegal structures and demolition, we have the one we call directive demolition. Someone just, like the one we did at Ido Sabo and Ido Seriki, the minister saw illegality built to the road heavily and he asked us to go remove it, and we went there to remove it. That's directive demolition. We have what we call requested demolition. I mean, people will come and tell you, hey guy, can you come and remove, we're in crisis. In Mpape case, it's a requested demolition where the landlords wrote to the FCT minister. They came here on a courtesy call. They submitted a letter requesting that the road shoulders are badly encroached upon. There are other illegal structures by the roadside. There are containers, there are batchers that they are begging the minister to please come. And it was on the news, and everyone followed the news. Subsequently, it was reported again and again and again. And when it got to when we ought to enter Mpape, we gave a month notice. We marked. I will show you a video on my phone where we are going around with what do you call it now? With a van announcing to people that we are coming.
Along the road corridor, and within the plot, along the road, from Mpape immediately. This person is from LCPA administration. All the legal structure, church and containers along the road, and within the plot, along the road corridor.
It has never been done anywhere. You mark, you give notice, it was in the media, and you took a van, you keep going around. But the system is, everyone believed that, no, most people, not everyone, believed that government will not come. Mpape was not passable before. As you are entering from the Ramania Junction, you see this large number of mechanics that we have not even addressed mechanic yet. You see attachment, batchers, those selling condemned oil, selling spare parts. You go in, you just see everything on the roadside. Buildings and everything on the roadside. I think Mpape is still, for me, is still work in progress. And those who are roadside marketers, to be very candid and very sincere, a roadside marketer, he just got to the road shoulder, dropped a full 40-feet container and start to sell cement on the road that belongs to you, me, and everybody. And it's not asking, we tell him, remove your container from the roadside. He's asking me to give him alternative. I can't give him alternative. For those who are in the markets themselves, the shanty market or the local market that became a slum that we cleared, the council chairman, Mr. John Gabaya, said there is a new market built behind, around the secondary school, by the side of the old market, built that was not occupied, and I've asked everyone to move to that market. We should be enforcing compliance by moving them to that particular market. They knew clearly well that you can't trade on the road. The reason why we give certain meters away from the road is largely because, in case you want to address issues of infrastructure, underground pipe and everything, as well as in the case of accident, the impact will not be so much when you have some 10, 15 meters away, which they never complied with at all. That's really very worrisome. They knew they were living illegally, but they never really believed government could come. These traders are the ones who own the shop in the new market. Sadly, they rented the new market as residential houses. If you go there, you check it. The new market was rented as residential houses, the one around the primary school. So when you go there, you see people living there like normal accommodation. It's a big market. Find nice, maybe sort of living in the market. The market is fully, people are living. Even this market that we cleared that became a shanty, people only trade by the main road, and other part was becoming like a slum or a ghetto. So we removed it. The other market now, they bought shops. Some own 3-4 shops. They rented those shops. I don't know how they did it, like a self-contained. And people are living at the market as residential apartment. And you want us to say you can. There's a secondary school after the market. Our kids go to those schools. Were they killed? Were they robbed? No. This other market by the roadside, they are the one, they even had their own vigilante, their own market security there with the area council complementing. When you go there, there's a police post at the market. I think it will be secure for them. The only sad thing is that people want to sell by the roadside. It's a bad culture that we need to check and we need to actually stop. Because 1, it creates traffic gridlock. 2, it doesn't paint the city in good light. 3, it violates and contravenes the Urban and Regional Planning Act, as well as the Abuja Environmental Protection Board Act. All these are contraventions that we must check around the world. You don't just get to a point, you bring your bread, bring everything, bring canopy, bring tomatoes, and be selling on the road. It really doesn't paint the city in good light. And let me tell you something I want to say, which someone said when we went there with Tank Crier. He said, even Rufai, not enter Mpape. You know, the mindset that even when Karimu, everywhere we are going down, Rufai not enter Mpape. So that became like an idea that nobody can come in to clean the illegality here. But if you go to Mpape now, which I know you would have gone or you will go back to check, you see a breath of fresh air. In all our demolition or removal of illegal structure, nobody showed us a paper of ownership. No one soul came and said, hey guy, this is my land. I was given this land by XYZ. Nobody owned a paper or a title to a document. No, not even when you say legitimate owner or illegitimate owner. Nobody even owned a title document to say, okay, I have a title. This belongs to XYZ, Mr. J, Mr. W, or Mr. V. Nobody owned a title. You just get to a place. A man just came and said, okay, can we bring rope here? Divide here to here. Ata, take here. You take here. It doesn't work like that. Area council title or FCT title, nobody own one. In all we have gone to, if you went to interview them, ask them, let me see your title. Nobody will show you one title in the whole area.
He, however, called on Nigerians who intend to procure landed properties within the FCT to follow legitimate channels so as to avoid violating the city's building code.
The way forward is for people to actually stop committing illegality. It's inappropriate here. We'll keep going round. It's very painful. People who watch this clip will see me as a bad person. Why are you doing this? People don't have houses, whatever, fine. But most of these people who build houses can buy houses elsewhere. Take, for instance, in Ido, somebody built a house worth about 150 or 200 million naira on a land upon which agreement was signed on the full scrap sheet. I'm serious, not even a title document. A kind of house you see in Metaba and Wuse, somebody built it in Ido, close to the University of Abuja, opposite. I told the person the house will go. He said, do you mean this? I said, the house will go. The machines entered it, and within 20 minutes, the house was completely down, flat. That's the truth about it. When you have money to buy, please get a land in a good area. Either the FCT allocated land or the area council land. You can buy this land. Why go to somewhere and buy a land for 4 million naira from a local chief who cannot give you guarantee when the machines come, than to go and buy a nice land in parts of Buari, maybe in parts of Orozo, maybe in parts of Kuje, which same amount of money. That's the truth about it. Let's be very careful. Let's cross-check. Let's build in line with law. This city was built by some persons who took decision from Lagos to come to a very empty forest land and start to build. That's the truth.
That's it for today's episode of The Osasu Show. Don't forget to follow us on social media at The Osasu Show, at TOS TV Network, at Osasu Igbenedion on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I'll see you same time, same place next week. Until then, read news on sustainable development and current affairs across Africa on our website, www.tostvnetwork.com. COVID-19 is still very much out there. Keep washing your hands, keep practicing social distancing and sanitizing, wearing your face mask, and taking very good care of yourself. I'll see you same time, same place next week. Until then, God bless you. North to South Africa. East to West Africa. TOS TV Network is your digital-first Pan-African news network, bringing you news from across the continent. Visit our website www.tostvnetwork.com and follow us on social media at TOS TV Network on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.